Hey my friends, Sia here.
With MTK, and today we're talking about a roll and write game called Railroad Inc., where you build highways and railroads to connect exits on a board.
And this is the Blazing Red edition.
Deep blue is rivers and lakes, while the blazing red is meteors and volcanoes. Today we're just playing the base game.
You can have 1 to 6 players. There are 6 boards here, which is great when you have either a party or a larger family. Everybody can play. I'm a fan of some of the games that do have single player games because sometimes you just feel like doing something, like playing a game and not everybody else is in, or you feel
or
like
you just want to play by yourself.
Yeah, play by yourself. Yeah, because I don't want to play with any of those idiots.
I have friends, I just choose to play by myself.
That's right. My family likes to spend time with me. I just choose to not spend time with my family.
Okay.
And so we're going to get into it. For the setup, each player gets one of these cards that are you write on and wipe off. One of these whiteboard markers, a little bit eraser in the end. We're not using the expansion pieces, which is the meteor and volcanoes. We're just doing the main gameplay, and there are 4 dice. 3 of them show 6 different routes, and they are the first 6 routes here at the top of your game card that you can roll. And the other single dice shows 3 separate routes, and they're the 3 at the end. You cannot draw a railroad and a highway connecting unless you have one of these connection pieces.
The 6 at the top are special pieces. Each of them can only be used once per game, 1 special piece per round. And you can only use 3 special pieces in total in the entire game.
The object of the game is to create as many networks as you can, either highway or railroad, on your board. And then whatever shows up on the 4 dice, everyone draws, they draw at the same time. The only rules around the roll is whatever you draw has to be connected to one of the exits with the green arrow, or if you already have routes on your map, connected to one of those existing routes. The game is played in 7 rounds, so 7 rolls of the dice. You have to draw each of these pieces once. So everybody draws at the same time. On your board, you will see there are little white squares in the corner. After you've drawn your piece, you indicate what round you drew those pieces on. So this being round 1, you would put a 1 in each of those boards. And once you've drawn and you roll for the next round, you cannot change anything that you've drawn on the board. So even if your next roll, you kick yourself and said, oh, I wish I put this highway somewhere else, it's there, you can't change it. I love that these 4 dice can determine the fate of your game board. 5, right? So while there's some strategy, it really comes down to a little bit of luck as to what roll you get. You could
be hoping for a piece, and it, like, that one piece makes your entire plan work, and then you just don't get it the entire game.
Yes. So the strategy part of trying to figure out how to get the most out of your route, knowing that you're going to get scored on connected routes, you have to then think on your feet as to what is the next possible route you could do. Last one. So I think that adds to the bit of the speed of the game, is that everyone playing, it could be up to 6 people, they're all trying to figure out how best to map out their route. At the end of 7 rounds, and your board is whatever, then we score. And you'll see here, that's what these indicators are, where you're going to put your scoring as you go. First thing that we score
is connected exits.
Look at networks separately. So here's one network I have here, which goes through this part, but it also has this part and this part. So of this network, we'll call it A, there are 4 connected exits. So I've written there'll be 4. I have a separate network over here, right, which goes down this way, goes down this way, goes here, goes over here, and then goes down here. So this network, we'll say is B, has 1, 2, 3, also 4. 4 is 12, so 12 by 2 is 24, which I indicate right here in my green arrow space. And the next thing that we score,
the longest uninterrupted highway.
And this doesn't matter if it's a connected route or not. So I'd say -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you do the same thing with your railroads, longest uninterrupted railroad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this center area, when they have the square, this is like a bonus area. If you're in the center, you can see outlined in the green. So you add up the number of routes that you have marked in this area to put beside the square. The one here at X's, this route that I've started just ends nowhere. I put an X at the end to say this is an unfinished route, and you do that with all of them. And then you add up those X's. And the stars here are if you did the expansion, which had meteors and volcanoes, which we haven't used, so that one stays blank.
Now you count up your first 4 boxes, subtract the amount of X's you had, and that's your total score.
Got it.
Time to reveal the scores.
Score! I have a 39.
I also have 39.
Hey, look at that. Same score. Very different routes. In the case of the tie, the winner is the player with the fewest error marks on their board.
That would be me.
Because you have 4 and I have 5.
So that was Railroad Inc. Cool little roll and write game that we picked up. And we still haven't even played with the expansion pack yet, so I'm sure that it will get a lot more interesting and more complex. Overall, just a cool looking game, and the art style is really nice on the box and on the play boards.
Too, right? And then having these optional, like special routes that you can choose to use or not use to really help you get what you wanted to achieve. There's really no setup. You just get your game board and your dice and you go. And the strategy, depending on who you're playing with, how long people take to figure out their routes. That will determine the length of your game.
So we're here on Fridays talking about games that we think are cool, a little bit of geeky games, stuff like that. And if you like the content, make sure to tell us that by leaving a thumbs up on this video so you can see more. And if you haven't already, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe and put the bell icon.
Ding.
I messed it up.
Yep. If you...
No, I messed it up. I said put the bell icon.
Put it there.
For the bell icon, okay, no. And if you haven't already, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe and click on that bell icon so you can be notified when more of our videos are uploaded to the channel. And until next time.
Until next time, to beam out.